Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Mystic. Today's exploration and contemplation is about the human body as an earth suit, as a vehicle of expression, as an interface with life. And to change our perception a little bit into the exploration that we are eternal souls living this life. So what is the human body with that perspective? Because we are more than what meets the eye. Those listening here already know this. So from the perspective of the eternal soul, and to recognize our bodies as instruments of exploration, our greatest companion to this earth walk. So what is the body? Science tells us that we are very minuscule portion of who we are, or what composes this physical being. Your physical being is minuscule compared to the space in between everything. Our brains are accustomed to perceiving the world in a very general way, in a way that it makes us feel confident and safe and familiar with our environment. Why is it that the brain, the conscious brain, and our conscious mind are only aware of such a small fraction of who we are? So if we go from the macrocosmic to the microcosmic and think about the mitochondria within our cells that are extremely active right now, our digestive systems producing myriad enzymes, everything, our heart beating and pumping blood through our entire systems, our endocrine system working in partnership with the nervous system and beyond. I mean, it's infinite, isn't it? This exploration. And everything that I mentioned is actually the only visible and tangible things, even with all that happening within us at each moment of every day. The majority is simply empty space. So what is the consciousness behind all of that? And today's contemplation is about an invitation to receive our bodies as our vehicle, as our precious, precious vehicle to experience life with. We are born with it, and we die with it. And everything else in between. Our body is our companion, our greatest ally, our greatest mystery, and often sources of joy and sources of suffering. It's meant to be this way. We've known this. And we know this right now, as I speak, that we are more than our bodies. So how do you choose to navigate life with the vehicle that is your body? Because we do navigate. There is a cockpit, so to speak, with our brain, where we set our intention sets into motion everything else. How do you receive yourself in your heart of hearts, knowing that you are more than your physical self? How compassionate are you for every single moment of exploration, of living, of the pain and suffering and the joys that exist? Because the world is real. Life is real. In this dimension and many others. But our perceptions of it change as we change. Our reaction to the world and to ourselves change as we change, right? I am not the same person I was even 3 days ago. Just like you are not the same person as you were even just a moment ago. So what if we are eternal beings within the flesh? What if we have more strength and influence over our system than we can ever perceive of and conceive of? And this is the interesting dance of life and eternity. And just like a physical vehicle, a car, that takes you from one point to the other, how do we tend to it matters. What we expect of it matters. Pushing it beyond its limits can sometimes be fun and exhilarating, and sometimes it may be too much. The more that we drive it, the more that we are conscious participants behind that wheel of this most exquisite vehicle called the body and our bodies. Think about it. We are all unique. Not one physical body is the same. Each of our souls are connected to a specific body. What does this mean to you and for you? For me, it reminds me how precious human existence is. How my soul, at some sacred level, knows that being alive at this time, in this place, is auspicious, is sacred. And I can get angry with myself, with my body, with my limitations so often. Yet now I recognize a much greater part of me that is forever grateful for the simple fact of being alive. And we are all alive for a purpose. And our bodies are the instruments of this life, of what we carry, of what we are capable of what unites us to our species, with the human DNA. We are filled of the elemental stuff that belongs to all of life on earth and beyond. So today's inspiration is to honor who we are in form, to trust that we are greater than our physical selves, and to know that we have influence in our state of being, in the revelations that come from going closer and closer to wholeness, and in the precious opportunity to have a body and to tend to ourselves the best we can, and to love ourselves beyond our suffering, beyond our limitations, and the illusions of separateness. Thank you for listening. See you next time.